Lane 1, pull back a centimetre. Hold lane 3 forward a centimetre. Lane 3 forward a centimetre or 2.
New South Wales.
Lane 3 forward.
Queensland. Australian Capital Territory. Tasmania.
Lane 6 back a centimetre.
Western Australia.
Lane 5,
South Australia. Victoria. Attention.
And now coming into view in the white Sykes boat from the ACT, the crew of Henry Waldron, Matthew Barnier, Sam Lawrence, Rhys Graham, James Hart, Anthony Tridgell, Riley Owen, Nicholas Barnier and Cox by Anna Trundle.
Which side is this coming from? So is it lane 3 that's missed the kick or lane 5 that's missed the kick?
There's the van that's up on the other side. It comes up all the way up the course.
So this is lane 1 that we're seeing, right?
And all the crews now making their way up to the start for the men's Interstate Youth 8. For the women's Interstate Youth 8, we pass you over to Ray Ebbett.
Thanks very much, Owen Nixon. They're underway in the Women's Interstate Youth 8 for the Bicentennial Trophy. Current title holders Victoria. The field is in lane 1, New South Wales, lane 2, Queensland, lane 3, the Australian Capital Territory, lane 4, Tasmania, lane 5, Western Australia, lane 6 is South Australia, and in lane 7 is the crew from Victoria. They've all got away well, but the crews on the extremities of the course are the ones that seem to be doing well. New South Wales and Victoria, very prominent in the early stages. Certainly looks like Queensland up there with those two crews. And as they come more clearly into view, we can give you a more informed viewpoint. But New South Wales have got away well along with Victoria and New South Wales. Sarah Handley, Kate Dark, Victoria Orsag, Georgia Saparovich, Georgia Lowe, Emma Costello, Ashley Pepinell, Chloe O'Regan, Gabriella Paletto is the coxswain of that crew. A terrific scene as these 7 Youth 8s for women come down the course here at the Sydney International Regatta Centre. And after 500 metres, it was New South Wales in the lead. In second place was Queensland, 1.23 behind the leading crew of New South Wales. A further 0.5 to Victoria, then 0.9 to Tasmania, 1.56 back to the ACT. Then follows Western Australia and South Australia at the rear, but only about 6 or 7 seconds from the leaders. New South Wales, as I said, on the far side of the course have got away well. Queensland trying to go with them. And then on this side, the crew from Victoria, the 3 Eastern State crews are the 3 crews that are in the lead, and a great shot on the television monitor. We can see the crew from New South Wales about a third of a length in front of Queensland, and the Victorians closing on that Queensland crew as they approach the 1,000 metre mark. It's always difficult to line them up when they're on opposite sides of the course, but the New South Wales crew is holding the lead. Queensland are currently in second, and New South and Victoria is back in third place. Then a great fight for fourth amongst the rest of the crews, with Tasmania, the ACT, Western Australia and South Australia tailed off just a little. Still about a third of a length as they approach 1,000 metres. 2 seats, 1.5 seats to New South Wales over Queensland, another 1.5 seats back to Victoria. 3 minutes 14.17. New South Wales went through the 1,000 metres. They led by 1.14 to Queensland. Then follows Victoria, a further 1.54 back, and the rest of them have got the job in front of them. Tasmania, 3.95 back in fourth. Then follows the ACT, Western Australia and South Australia. No change in the order from 500 to the 1,000. We read you the New South Wales crew. The Queensland crew, Maddie Edmonds, Claire Gilbride, Steph Krippner, Rachel Gibson, Philippa Lindley, Hannah O'Loughlin, Francesca Patterson, Lara Taylor and Jade O'Neill is the cox of that crew. And on this side, making a bold bid for victory, is the crew from Victoria. And it's hammer and tong between New South Wales and Queensland now. They are absolutely locked together. Then Victoria in third place, Rachel Thomas, Sarah Perkins, Gina Hicks, Jen Bailey, Michelle Yan, Claire Boutel, Sarah Tubb, Lauren Battaglia, Rachel Miller is the coxswain. The coaches Dave Orchard and Peter Kupkas. It's about a foot in the old money. About 1 foot, New South Wales, lead by Queensland as the Pelican flies out of the way. And then back to Victoria in third place, and the rest are fighting for fourth at the moment. A great battle for fourth between the ACT, Tasmania and Western Australia, and South Australia at the rear in seventh place. But the two crews on the far side are locked together, and at 1500, Queensland went to the lead. They're about a canvas in front. 0.67 and a further 5.71 back to Victoria. 4.87 to the ACT. Then follows Tasmania, Western Australia and South Australia at the rear. Victoria have got third parcelled up, but first and second is still up for grabs. Queensland and New South Wales on the far side as the peloton over there follows them down. About 100 people on bicycles along with the van that's doing the filming. It's a Queensland crew now moving out, half a length clear of New South Wales. Then follows Victoria, the AC2 doing a great job in fourth. Then Western Australia, Tasmania, and at the rear is South Australia. The program is not the way I see it. Fran Patterson is in the stroke seat of the Queensland crew, and she's taking that crew for home now. Jade O'Neill, the Cox, they've got half a length and they're going away. Queensland in the lead, then follows New South Wales, Victoria, Western Australia, ACT, Tassie and South Australia at the rear, but with about 35 strokes to go, I reckon you can put down the glasses. Queensland are going to win the Women's Interstate Youth 8 and the Bicentennial Trophy, and they're moving away with every stroke they take. Jade O'Neill driving the crew all the way to the line. They've had a great regret of some of these girls, many of them in the under-23 8 that won yesterday. But with 4 or 5 strokes to go, it's a win to Queensland in the Women's Interstate Youth 8 and the Bicentennial Trophy. Queensland first. New South Wales second. Victoria third. Fourth will be Western Australia. Fifth will be the crew from the Australian Capital Territory. Sixth will be Tasmania and South Australia at the rear. 6:33.02. 6:33.02. The margin 3.14 by 6.36. 3.14 by 6.36. Unofficially down the page. 2156473 in the Women's Interstate Youth 8 for the Bicentennial Trophy, sponsored by Hethley Limited.